So my name is Ali. I'm 43 years old, born in 1979. Chief complaint, I've been having issues since I was 5 years old, and the health started degrading more seriously on my second grades around 9 years old. These days, top of the list priority for me is really mood swings and depression. Like 70% of the times, 80% of the times, I'm so low that I cannot do anything. But thanks God for that 20-30% that I can recover and actually catch up with my work and everything else. Digestion issues, like really food is a struggle for me. I don't really know what works for me, what doesn't. I know water works for me most of the time, but everything else is really a challenge. And although I've been in this journey for 5 or 6 years, it's still difficult to pinpoint what works for me, what doesn't work for me. So when I got the point I got serious about, I need to learn more about health was when my eye started twitching. That was maybe in 2013. I didn't know why it was happening, so I started randomly looking around, searching on Google to see if I can find anything. And people were saying you need to do this, you need to have more vegetable, you need. And people started talking about diet, and I started looking at that. And one of them was the Atkins diet, and I said, okay, if for nothing, I'll just try it for weight loss. That was the first and only time that I started diet for the weight loss. And I achieved that. Like I was around 84 kilogram, and I managed to drop 12 kilogram at the time. And my headache went away, and eye twitch went away, and it was amazing. I said, okay, something is there. Let me go and dig a bit more. So I started looking around, reading more on the literature side. I remember doing everything I could, like doing vegetable smoothies, because people were saying it's a good thing. Eventually, I found people that are talking about these areas, and through that, I found more books, like Dr. Karazian's book on thyroid, and I started doing self-experimentation, did a bit of thyroid lab testing. I realized that I have antibodies for thyroid. Didn't know that I have that, so I started reading more. I started reading more about Dr. Karazian's brain book, and other people. So I'm in IT, so I study a lot in technology, but my focus switched significantly to health. So I started reading health books one after another. I wasn't in action mode. I was in research mode for a long time. Then I started working with a local practitioner in Sydney, Australia, and she started doing a little bit of testing for me. We realized we have symptoms for IBS. I have symptoms for maybe SIBO. So I started doing a bit of testing over there. Everything was supposed to be better. I was feeling a little bit better. Like every time I was doing something, I was feeling a little bit better. Then we realized that my protocol, my testing was clean at the time, but I realized there is a test. I think it was actually Dr. Karazian that mentioned, or someone else, that there is this GI map testing that you can do. So the next available time I was in US, I did my GI map, and I realized, hey, I do have H. pylori. So my local practitioner said, hey, I don't really know what else to do. I've put you on many different supplements, but it's not going anywhere. So I reached out to Dr. Karazian at the time. Clinic was full. So the suggestion was to work with a local practitioner. I found another practitioner in the area, in the California area. I started working with him. He was amazing. So as soon as I started working with him, I realized that I have the H. pylori issue, and have a couple of other pathogens. I have other stuff. So we exclusively work on gut health, which was fine. It took me like 9 months to complete the protocol. I think I didn't have realistic expectation on what's gonna happen. So I clearly remember when I started with that practitioner, we talked about 9 months in different phases, and I had on my calendar, hey, 9 months and a day, I'm gonna feel amazing. Whereas the reality was completely different. I felt amazing the first 3 months. I went on AIP protocol because I was dealing with a lot of food related stuff in the past. AIP wasn't that difficult for me. I'm a good cook. Like a couple of years ago, I realized I have to cook everything for myself. I need to learn that. So AIP wasn't difficult for me, but after 3 months, I started having sleep issues on the AIP protocol. I don't know if it was for the AIP one or if it was a side effect of the supplements. So although I was feeling well, my lab results were heading into the right direction. I started missing sleep like for 3 to 4 months, like an average of 2 or 3 hours per night. So it was really challenging for me to really deal with that, to the point that I had to stop all of my supplements to start feeling a little bit better. What else can I say? So you mentioned about what the expectation. I think that was the last time I did any of these was like 2.5 years ago. I still did my GI maps. I still did my normal testing every year. I was better, but I'm declining. So I think I'm missing something, and it could be something fundamental or it could be something really basic. All of the past 4 or 5 year experience, I now know this is a journey. What I'm looking for is gradual improvement. What I'm looking for is to see if I've missed anything. Like I now know that not only I have thyroid issues, I never really deep dive into that, but also my mother had thyroid issues and my brother has thyroid issues, so it runs in the family. So I want to look at those things more. I still need to work on my gut because it's getting worse these days. But maybe these ups and downs that I have something to do with thyroid function. Maybe that can help, because if I can improve that a little bit, that's gonna change my life significantly. I talked about 70-80% of low times. I'm happy that right now I'm not in a low phase. I think I'm in the middle. So yeah, just to really getting a second opinion or third opinion here to see what's happening. I need a companion, I need a coach to help me here. I've read most of the books with Dr. Karazian. I've finished all of the courses, so I know exactly what's happening, but I cannot get to the bottom of it. And maybe I need supplements. Maybe I need to deal with that. Maybe I need to titrate them more gradually and see if I can have a base minimum line of supplements that are important for me. Or maybe again, something is missed and I don't know.